Hey everyone. I hope everyone is doing well today. I feel like dog shit, but it's nothing that a little lip gloss and a good camera filter won't take care of. It's quite impressive what these camera filters will do. Even get rid of the bags under your eyes. It's amazing. It takes like 20 years off in a second. So I wanted to jump on today because I have been compiling the follow-up for Miss Lou. Oh, Miss Lou. Breaks my heart, Miss Lou. And we got to do it. We got to watch it. We got to watch it. But, oh, it breaks my heart. Breaks my heart to watch her. So I put in a couple clips, a short clip from the beginning, back in the very first time we saw Miss Lou, which I have linked in the description. And this is the May 18th hearing. And just so you know, Pup's totally passed out. It was like Indy 500 in here earlier. I wish I could have got it on video. They were freaking out like never before. It must be a full moon. I don't know. Here we go.
Well,
is there anything you'd like to say? You have an opportunity. This is called allocution.
I have nothing to say.
What is it going to take to get you to stop going back to the airport? And what is the credit for time served? Do we know? Ms. Lee, can you please answer my question? What assurances does the court have that you won't go back to the airport without a ticket in your hand?
Money.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Money, I said. And the lawyer said no.
So the fact that you don't have money is not a reason to go to the airport. There are many money alternatives. Do you prefer to be at score jail?
What?
Do you prefer to be at score jail rather than outside?
What is a school?
Do you prefer to be here rather than outside?
Okay.
She's asking if you want to stay in jail or if you want her to let you go. That's what she's asking you.
Right now, stay here.
Now stay in jail.
Stay here.
But my point is, every time you go back to the airport, you are essentially making the decision to go to score jail.
Your Honor, I believe that she said there's a lot of noise back here. So I don't
I'm
know.
sorry, I can't hear you.
There's a lot of noise here, but I can tell you from my end, she is telling you that she would prefer to stay in the score jail.
No, I'm going to follow the agreed recommendation. I'm just trying to, Ms. Liu, I don't understand why you want to keep building your criminal history. To Mr. Pooja.
So that was back in March, and the judge went back and forth with her forever trying to figure out what she was doing, and none of us really understood it. We kind of surmised she needed a place to stay. Interestingly, during that first hearing, they said that she was 50 years old and had a master's degree in psychology. So this is the follow-up hearing. This one occurred just this past week. I think it was like on Tuesday, the 18th. And basically she went back to the jail and got arrested, or the jail. She went back to the airport and got arrested again. I have mush MS brain today, so if I say some wacky stuff, I apologize in advance.
Sige po, Felicia sa mga oy ko sa ulfam singo.
Thursday would work.
It's coffee.
You got it. The 20th.
Thank you.
And I just want to note, she's probably grumpy because she was eating.
Thank you, Mr.
Interrupted
Mara.
her.
Oh. Yawa uma. Aruro. Thank you.
All right, we ready to hear Ms. Liu's matters?
Excuse me, Your Honor, can I this morning?
Oh, yes,
typically-
thank you very much, Mr. Sinisi. See you next time.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Ms. Chenweller, you want to call the cases, please?
Yes, certainly. Thank you. These are the matters for Miss Yu Liu. First name is spelled Y-U, last name L-I-U. You're here for in custody hearings, arraignment 3A0239618, tracking reviews 3A0124241, 3A0124238, 2A0719008, 2A0361229, and 2A0280165.
Good morning, Ms. Liu. We're having
Good
court
morning.
today. Good morning. We're having court today. There's no option to not have court. Are you ready to go forward with the arraignment? I think the iPad's frozen.
Let me see this, Ms. Liu.
Ms. Liu, can you hear me? Oh. Okay. Ms. Liu, are you ready?
I don't know if she can hear from through the window.
I think she's chewing.
She's eating
you hear-
lunch. Miss
Can you
Lou,
hear
you
me,
wanna
Miss
hold
Lou?
on to the iPad? There you go.
Okay. Are you ready to go forward with the arraignment? Ms. Liu,
Yes, yes.
is it your plan to represent yourself on this new case as well? Or are you going to allow Mr. Stave to represent you?
He is a standby counsel, right?
He's nothing yet because you have refused to come to court, so nothing has happened.
Yeah. I done them myself.
Then Ms. Liu, I have to go over that form with you again.
Okay.
Um,
I don't do releases, I work in court.
Why do you not want an attorney?
Gotta wait, when it goes your turn. By law.
That's not a reason. That's a fact. I mean, that by law you have that right. However, that's not a reason.
So my answer is the same as before, by law.
That's not an answer. Tell me why you don't want an attorney.
That's my answer.
Okay, I don't find that an acceptable reason. I'm appointing Mr. Stave to represent you. He's not standby, he's representing you. That's not a reason. I'm not accepting the waiver. I've explained to you that that's a legal fact. That is not a reason. Do you want to break out room with Ms. Liu to go over her rights at arraignment, since you are now actively her attorney?
Yes, Your Honor. I would also request a copy of, maybe I already have it, the copy of the complaint. I can go over rights.
Perfect. Thank you, Mr. Stave.
Thank you.
Should have previously been provided, but
So Miss Liu has returned to CTAC after being told not to. I believe she had 5 cases against her. She returned again and was told if she came back, she'd get 5 years. So this is the hearing for, or the arraignment for the new charge. And she wanted to represent herself, but Better Call Saul there has been appointed to represent her. So hopefully that explains it.
I can check.
Oh, it could be. Yeah, I mean, I'll double check too.
Can you just quickly send over the complaint and then it's a non-issue?
Yeah. All right.
It can't be easy to
Yes.
have a client.
Okay,
that doesn't want
I'll join in the
representation.
room, Ms. Liu, okay? Hello? All right, one sec.
Hey, Karen. Okay, there.
Okay, so,
Got it
Your
back.
Honor, I'm entering a plea of not guilty on behalf of Ms. Liu. I have.
I did not say plead not guilty. I said plead guilty.
Well, I am representing you
I
right
said
now and I'm
plead
not prepared to go
guilty.
forward. I'm not
She has,
prepared to go
she has a,
forward.
she has a right by rule. to
That's true.
plead Guilty today.
That's true. She does have a right to plead guilty if she wishes. I tried to go over the rights with her. She has not signed that, and I don't think that they got through to her, so she needs to be able to sign that document before we proceed.
I said I signed it in front of policeman. You didn't hear my English? There's a policeman here. Officer here. I said I signed it. I said in front of the officer, I signed it. Why do you tell the court the lie?
What lie is that, Ms. Liu?
I said I signed it in front of the officer.
I did.
Okay?
I just said that, Ms. Liu, that you'll sign the rights form with the officer. She'll bring it back,
Good.
right? I
Good.
did say that. Okay, so I just am saying that I need you to sign that form of your rights so that you and you, by signing it, you'd be saying that you understand those rights. Okay, that's all. I'm having them bring that to you.
Oh, okay, I said I
Okay.
will sign it.
All right. So, Your Honor, I mean, if you wish to proceed.
I did everything I could to, keep my client out of jail, but since she insists on staying there, I don't know what else to do, is what he's trying to say politely.
I am not prepared to plead her out today. I haven't gotten any offer from the prosecutor, or I probably have the discovery here. But
I did email over the complaint and report.
okay, all right, thank you.
The arraignment case.
Yeah.
May I suggest
Mhm.
then, Mr. Stave, because she, as I understand Ms. Liu to be saying she does not wish to plead not guilty, that we continue
Right.
arraignment until your next available date, and you can arraign and enter a plea of guilty at that time.
So, Ms. Liu, if you wish, if I can meet with you and go over things with you, then, and that would be outside of the courtroom at first. If we can do that, then we can just set over this arraignment. And if you still would like to plead guilty, we can do that. Okay?
Yes, plead guilty.
I'll
All right.
email you the recommendation.
Okay.
What day are you next available, Mr. Stave?
Okay, today is Tuesday. Ms. Liu, do you want to do this quickly, or are you concerned about the time frame?
No time frame.
Okay, all righty. Okay, just a second here. I'm just looking really quick, Your Honor. Give me a sec here. It looks to me like if we do this on if we do this on Thursday, that would work, Your Honor. If we do it on Thursday or Friday, either one will work for me.
Whichever you like.
Okay, so why don't we do this Friday morning? Let me just check one other thing really quick.
He is still thinking about something.
No, I'm sorry, Ms. Liu. I'm just looking at my calendar, okay? I'm sorry, Ms. Liu. I'm just looking at my calendar, so give me just a second here, okay?
I'm sorry, so do you want Friday or do you want Thursday?
Yeah, I want Friday. I was just looking at my calendar, Your Honor, really quick here.
Must have a big calendar.
Yeah, that'll work. Friday morning,
Okay,
11 o'clock.
yep. Okay.
I think the weather in Seattle
Setting
kind of
conditions of
sucks.
release, however, I did find probable cause to detain on the new case on, on,
She's requesting $250
the
bail
27th.
remain- Case, sorry.
And bill remain $500 each case.
It was 250.
I was 250. Okay, thank you.
Sorry, I left some extra in when I clipped. I didn't realize that. The weather in March in Seattle, the high is 52, the low is 42, and there's an average of 13 days of rain. April, 57, 45, and 10 days of rain. So I'd say the weather really sucks. And
Ms.
he just
Lou,
wanted a place to
Yes.
stay.
would you prefer
Friday?
Friday? Yes. Okay, Friday. I will come before court and meet with you before court.
Me
Okay.
too.
You want to come into the jail
Yeah, I'll come to the jail
for
Right.
what?
to go over the plea offer for a change of plea. Okay.
No change. Same as before, just plead guilty.
Right. That's what we're
Same
talking
as
about.
before.
Yeah. Same as before. I'm gonna
Yes.
come and
Nothing private, everything in from the court, in from the police.
Nope, that's not, Ms. Lou, that's not appropriate. That's not appropriate. I can't do that. You have to talk to Mr. Stave privately.
I don't talk to him privately, nothing private.
Your
Nothing.
Honor,
I don't have
Ms.
nothing.
Ms. Lou, it takes time to fill out the paperwork. The court is not gonna let
Just
you
fill
do
the
that on the record.
paperwork. Yes.
Ms. Lou,
That's the
before
rule.
Ms. Lou, before we did this on previous cases when I was standby, before court, we had to fill out paperwork, right?
Just fill the form, yes.
Okay,
Now, we
so
don't have
that was
nothing to
private.
talk about the private.
Okay,
Nothing,
private, previously,
nothing at all. Nothing.
why?
Okay, you guys can work that out on
All right.
Friday. I'm setting
I'm gonna
conditions of
try,
release.
Your Honor, but it doesn't seem like she'll meet with me.
Well, you'll find out on Friday.
Okay, we
I'm setting
can't do a
conditions-
change of plea of guilty without me meeting with her, you know?
Well, it's not a change of plea, it's an entry of a.
Well, right, an
Um,
entry of a plea. Mhm.
I think that language is throwing Ms. Lou, so that's part of. why
I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. So, Ms. Lou, just to be
So she's not accused of stealing anything. She just trespassed. All of her charges are just trespass. Never theft or anything else, just trespassing.
clear, you're pleading guilty on Friday, if that's what you like to do, but I have to meet with you. I am your attorney. I'm appointed on your case, so I have to meet with you in order to do that. Okay? Otherwise, I'm not prepared on the case.
You can go online to fill the form, plead guilty, that's it. Just plead guilty, no.
Okay, I won't
fancy.
come to the score. We'll meet ahead of time. All right, on Friday. Unless you want to talk right now.
You fill the form, plead guilty, that's it.
No, okay,
We don't have
so
nothing
it'll be
private to
next
talk
Friday,
about.
Your Honor.
We'll
It'll be
talk on
next Friday.
Friday.
Nothing private to
Yeah.
talk about.
Okay.
No.
Additional conditions of release, in addition to $250 each case, are that you attend all future court appearances, have no new criminal law violations, no contact with SeaTac International Airport or the rental car facility, and keep your address updated with the court. All right, thank you. We'll see you on Friday.
And now it's Friday. And who wants to guess how Friday goes? And by the way, whoever said it was 39 there, I'm totally jealous. It's 86 outside here. Like there was no winter. It sucks. It's hot.
Mr. Stave, does Ms. Liu have an iPad?
She had one, but then I saw the officer have it after I talked with her, but I'm ready to go whenever the officer could, get back to her.
Real quick, close your eyes and just listen to him talk and tell me he doesn't sound like Better Call Saul.
All right, I'm gonna go grab, I got an iPad and
But she's not trying to get out of anything. She just wants guilty. She wants to go to jail. She wants charged. That's what's weird. Hey there.
Something's feeding back like crazy.
Yes, she appears to be homeless. So
I'm heading over to Miss Liu right now.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
that is probably a very
Mr. Lagasse, he refused.
Okay, well,
strong possibility.
per his instructions to me last time on that, I told him what I was thinking of doing. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can
By the
do
way,
this one.
okay, yeah, so I'm doing I'm putting in a request for a 1077 second opinion. And let me send that to the court. It's not payable by the court, at least to the extent that usually it's done within the confines of the funds that are available for a second opinion through DSHS. And in the order in the motion and order I just sent,
They're actually
explains
talking about a different
stuff
case, which
for the
they
court.
follow up on afterwards about getting a mental health assessment, which kind of surprises me that
Okay. I'll
there's
take
no
a look
mention of that with
when I
Miss
get it.
Liu. And I
Sure.
think that's because she
When do you want
seems
to
so
send him over to?
competent.
Let's see.
And you emailed that over to the city too, correct, Mr.
I
Steve?
just, yes, and I just, actually, I sent it out. to
She
them.
knows exactly what she's asking for. She
So you
knows what
should
she
be getting
wants.
it
She
here
wants to stay
shortly.
in jail. I think
Ready to go.
somebody really has to
Thank
dig
you.
deep to figure out why she wants to stay in jail.
Muted. Now
But
it's
she's
unmuted.
not surface level crazy, unable to understand the
Well,
consequences of her actions.
Ms. Liu,
So
we can't do mute because, you're here for a case.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm talking to the officer.
Oh, okay.
Can
All
can we finish this, please? When do you want to set Mr. Lagasse over
One.
to?
Let's set him over, 2 weeks.
So to May 5th?
I believe that'll work, Your Honor. Yes. That when is May 5th? That's a Friday,
Correct.
at 11 o'clock. Okay. Yes.
And I'm going to toll speedy trial. You've raised ability to proceed again. So speedy trial is told.
Right.
she's mentioned money multiple times.
I've requested that Dr. Patterson do an evaluation for him. I've used him on various cases, Your Honor.
And what's
So-
bail at the moment?
500 cash or bond.
And that'll remain.
I think it's 250 on each charge.
Thank you.
Yeah. I imagine that can't be easy.
And probable cause was previously found on March 20th.
I tried to look her up to see what happened, but her name is so common, I wasn't able to figure
Okay.
out
And Your Honor,
Yeah.
I just forwarded
Good
that
morning, Ms.
order.
which
Oh,
one was
okay,
her.
perfect. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
sorry, my clipping sucks on this one.
So we're now turning to Ms. Liu's matters. 2A03612229, 3A0124238, 3A0239618, 2A0719008, 3A01242441 and 2A02800165.
That's correct, Your Honor. Ms. Chen Weller, the prosecutor, and we talked about the case and about the charge. And as you know, Ms. Liu wanted to enter a plea of guilty at arraignment. We set this over for today. And I have
I think
talked
we're
with Ms.
still at arraignment. We continued arraignment to today.
Right,
My
that's
recollection.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we set over arraignment and she wishes to plead guilty. I prepared a plea of guilty form for Ms. Liu. I believe that she understands that and that she has been pretty clear that she just wishes to plead guilty. I did tell her everything from the Ms. Liu. I read that whole form to you, right?
Yes,
And did you understand your rights that you give up by pleading guilty?
yes,
And that I wasn't twisting your arm or making you plead guilty. And we went over the entire form, all the paragraphs, right?
yes,
Including your statement on plea of guilty, your statement that you adopt as your own words.
yes.
Is that correct? Okay.
Correct.
So, Your Honor, I believe that she's doing this knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily, that I'm following her instructions on this. Even if I tell her that, well, we could go forward and we could fight this and maybe try to get a better deal or whatever, and I say those things to clients, including to some extent Ms. Liu here, but she has been very firm about wanting to plead guilty today for the arraignment. And so I got an offer. I asked her if she accepts that offer. I told her, some of the risks involved. She agrees that's what she wants to do.
Thank you, Mr. Stave. Before I go in,
I think she's really trying to get her to get help because there's services being offered to her and she's declining them, and she wants to stop the cycle and doesn't really know what to do. But maybe she's just trying to hurry up and get over to the bar.
to the document, can you please remove the S/ in the signature line?
Oh, sure. Yes. 1 second here, Your Honor. And I'll,
Either way,
I'm going to just put it up here for a sec. The screen.
So what I hear you essentially saying is that you're waiving arraignment and going forward to a plea of guilty.
Basically, yes, Your Honor. Yes.
Okay. Ms. Liu, I have a document here entitled Statement of Defendant on Plea of Guilty. Towards the bottom of it, on the line that says defendant's signature, it's about to be blank.
I'm doing that right now.
Okay. Have you not signed this yet because you had no way to sign it?
I'm in the cell.
Right. So you have no way to sign it. Is that correct?
Right.
If you had had a way to sign this document, would you have signed it?
Yes.
SCORE will give you a chance to sign it after this hearing. Do you promise to sign it at that time?
Okay.
When you reviewed this form with your attorney, did he read it to you? Did you read it by yourself or did you read it together?
He read it to me.
And was he able to answer any questions that you had?
Yes.
As I review this form with you, please stop me at any time if you'd like to ask him a question, okay?
Okay.
And
is
Your
your
Honor, sorry.
Go ahead.
I can't seem to get it. Okay, here we go. Save signature. Okay, I'm just gonna, they want you to put something in and I can't seem to do that. So I'm gonna just reset and get out of there. Well, it won't do it.
She has degrees.
If you keep
been
talking, Your Honor,
functional.
I'll keep working on it here.
Okay. Is your true and correct name Yu Liu?
Yes.
And you're 51 years old and have a master's?
Yes,
You're pleading guilty to the crime of criminal trespass in the first degree. Do you
yes,
understand the elements of that crime? In other words, what the city would have to prove if you were to take this to trial?
yes,
By entering into this plea, you're giving up a number of very important constitutional rights. Among these are the right to a speedy and public trial, to remain silent during that trial, or to choose to testify, to
Yes.
see, hear, and question witnesses who would testify against you, to have witnesses testify on your behalf at no expense to you, to the presumption of innocence unless and until a jury were to find you guilty, and to appeal a finding of guilt. Do you understand you're giving up all those rights?
yes,
The crime of criminal trespass in the first degree is a gross misdemeanor punishable by up to 364 days in jail and a $5,000 fine. Is that your understanding?
understand.
I know your attorney and the city attorney have an agreed recommendation, but the court does not have to follow that and can sentence you anywhere up to the maximum. Is that your understanding?
I understand.
Do you understand in the event you're not a citizen, a guilty finding on this charge may be grounds for deportation, denial of naturalization, or exclusion from the United States?
I understand.
Did anyone make any promises to you to get you to enter into this plea?
No,
Did anyone make any threats to get you to enter into this plea?
no,
Are you doing this of your own free will?
yes,
In paragraph 11, there's a statement that reads, on 26/2023, there's a month missing.
Oh, what did I do wrong?
There's no month. It just says on 26/2023.
Oh, okay, 3/26/2023, Your Honor. I thought I had typed that in. That's what it's supposed to say.
Is it acceptable to the parties if I add March?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. On March 26, 2023, in the city of SeaTac, King County, I entered the SeaTac International Airport building without a ticket. Okay, so that's not a crime, just to be clear. I mean, you could be, that would, otherwise every employee would be committing a crime.
Yes, and Your Honor, I went over that with her. That's what was the statement that she wanted to provide. The only other thing that I thought that we could add that might be okay, Ms. Liu, is if you say that without a ticket, as I don't know, I think what you would have to do, Ms. Liu, is just say that you were that you were not allowed to go onto the premises.
There you go.
That you illegally entered the premises
Or after being trespassed.
after being trespassed. Right. Could you say something like that, Ms. Liu?
yes, without a ticket.
Okay. Well, that's not just without a ticket.
Do you
What
want
they're
to
saying.
go in a breakout room for a minute and talk to Ms. Liu about this?
Sure.
I'm out of the order, so
Sorry.
you can amend it as you wish.
Okay, thank you. As soon as we get invited in, Ms. Liu, I will talk with you briefly, okay?
Madam Clerk, are you inviting them to a breakout room?
Yes, please accept.
Ms. Liu, you have to accept the invitation to join the breakout room.
We don't see anything on there. That's maybe why she's not.
It would be room 2, but I can move you guys into room 3 again.
Okay, great.
Do you see that?
I do, thanks.
Ms. Liu,
Ms.
please
Liu?
join the breakout room.
It's now room 3.
Ms., you have to join.
Joy?
Yes.
Where is it? I
Can you send the invitation again? You're muted, Mr. State.
All right, Ms. Lou, down below there, you should have a place where you can click to get into room 2.
I think in the iPad, it's in the upper corner.
I'm gonna do a new.
Okay, maybe upper right.
And
If
it'll
you
be
could
room 4
re-invite
now.
us. Okay. Do you see that, Ms. Lou?
Oh, yes, it becomes.
Okay, yeah,
Right.
just click that.
She's gone.
That's an interesting point. You see it as arrogant, and I see it as her not wanting to deal with any of the court, any of the drama, anything. Just give me my sentence, let me move on and serve it. Like, I'm guilty, let me plead guilty, stop trying to talk me out of it. So it's kind of interesting, the different perceptions of that, the way she's acting. Miss Lou's back in jail. She wants to be in jail. Everybody else is trying to keep her out of jail, but she wants to be in jail.
All right, we ready?
Pretty much.
You're both muted, just so you know.
Yes, Your Honor, we're ready. I talked with her about it. And I explained, the best I could, and I believe she understands what the legal issue is, but I'm the attorney. She provided a factual statement of what she did, and she agrees that you could review the police report to establish whether or not she committed an offense in addition to her statement.
Is that correct, Ms. Lou? You're muted, Ms. Lou. Can you please unmute? You're muted, Ms. Lou.
Yeah, I'm mute. Yes.
I know. Do you agree that I can read the police report to
Yeah,
find?
yeah. Please go ahead. Go ahead. Why ask me?
Okay, never mind. Just to be clear, Ms. Lou, they asked you because you're the one that is charged and the court wanted to be sure. Okay?
Yeah.
I understood. Mhm.
All right, and I have reviewed the police report and do find facts sufficient for a finding of guilt contained in that. So Ms. Lou, the statement that you wrote on March 26, 2023 in the city of SeaTac, King County, I entered the SeaTac International Airport building without a ticket for airport business. Well, now it sounds like she entered for airport business.
No, did not enter.
Without a ticket or.
She
Okay.
didn't enter for airport business,
Without a ticket or any airport business.
So if the for becomes any, then it makes sense.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine.
Then those are facts sufficient for a finding of guilt in and of themselves.
Okay.
Is it acceptable to the parties if I change the for to an any?
Yes.
That's fine, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. One more time. So the statement now reads, on March 26, 2023, in the city of SeaTac, King County, I entered the SeaTac International Airport building without a ticket or any airport business. I know Mr. Stave and you crafted that statement together. Is that a true statement? Ms. Lou, you need to pay attention to what we're doing here.
That's what I
Okay.
said.
And it's true?
Without a ticket, without an airport business. That's what I said, yes.
As to the crime of criminal trespass in the first degree, how do you plead?
Plead guilty.
I will accept the plea. I do believe it's knowingly, voluntarily, intelligently made, and there's a factual basis to support it. Ms. Chenweller, anything to add to the sentencing recommendation? And if we can address the review matters as well.
Thank you. As the court can see, the city is recommending 60 days in custody and concurrent on all the matters. Defendant should have 26 days credit for time served as of today. It is the same recommendation the city made on the last offense. As the court probably is, the city is a bit at a loss of what to do with the defendant to prevent violations and her unauthorized return to the airport. We may get at a point where we'd have to request, the balance of the jail if this keeps happening and the defendant keeps refusing services. The city contemplated asking for conditions of sentence, including following through with things like mental health evaluation or treatment or other services. Obviously, the court probably shares the city's concerns that as far as defendant's ability to comply with those conditions, where that would leave the parties at that point probably back to imposing substantial jail time. But that seems to be where we are anyway. So it is frustrating. I will say I have had some communication. It appears that the port's crisis coordinator and in the representative from, I'm sorry, let me find that again, from the Recovery Navigator program have met with Ms. Liu in custody. I believe she has, of course, refused services in the past. She did indicate to them one of the last times they met with her that she would like to read some literature about the Recovery Navigator program before she agrees to work with them. I didn't hear if there were any other developments after that, but I know the crisis coordinator met with her again. I can only say that I hope that in light of what I'll say, I won't repeat it. I hope that defendant takes advantage of some of these programs.
I saw Ms. Weaver on a minute ago, but unfortunately she logged off. Has she been working with Ms. Liu?
Ms. Weaver was present for Mr. Stiff's case, and I advised her it was reset to next week.
Oh, okay.
Your Honor, it's my understanding from an email from Michelle Briegel that she was planning to meet on the 14th and provide an update, but I have not received it back. I did let her know that I'm, would be requesting that. Anyway, so they have spoken with Ms. Liu about the Navigator program and some of the services that are provided there.
Ms. Liu, is there anything that you'd like to say?
They were here. I have nothing to say.
Your Honor, just to clarify for Blazina that she is indigent. She does get some food stamps. She's homeless, and that's her situation when she's out of score. Hopefully, I'll leave it to her. It's her choice on, to work with anyone and, to see if anything can be done to, improve her life, perhaps, definitely improve her life, I would think. But at any rate.
Ms. Liu, why don't you want to work with the crisis responder or the forensic navigators?
Yeah, if I want to, I will have the jail police contact them.
Right. So you will work with them?
Huh?
Will you work with them?
At this moment, no.
Why? Why not, Ms. Liu? They want to help you. It's their job to help you.
Oh, okay.
Why don't you want to work with them?
I don't work with them. I work with government.
You what? I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
No, I don't work with them.
Why?
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 The same program in government. No need to go for them.
But you just keep ending up back in jail. Is that
Right.
better? Is it better to be in jail?
It's not good. Jail is not good, definitely.
So don't you want to do something where you don't end up in jail?
Right.
So they want to help you do that. They want to help you find an alternative. Because if you keep going back to the airport, you're going to keep ending up in jail and having to talk to me like this.
That's a really good point. I hadn't thought of. I was thinking more like cultural, like didn't want the mental health services and all that, but not trusting the people. That could very well be it. And yes, I see what you mean about the red marks on her arm. It kind of looks like she got into something like poison ivy type, itchy rash type something.
Can you please pay attention to this conversation, ma'am?
Yes, I'm listening.
So what are you going to do to not go back to the airport?
I don't know. She
Money.
doesn't understand.
How are you going to get money?
I don't know.
So the forensic navigators and the crisis responder want to help you find a way to get back into being employed, back to being housed.
Right.
Why,
They're so
why
nice.
won't you accept their help?
Yeah, they're so nice.
They have, yes, specifically, the crisis coordinator indicated they would work with her on applying for any benefits she may qualify for and housing.
Ms. Liu, I think the city is absolutely right that at some point you're going to end up just serving substantial amounts of time in jail.
Correct.
But that's not a foregone conclusion. It's not, it doesn't have to be that way. I feel like it's like watching you bang your head against a wall.
Hurting self, huh?
What?
Hurting self.
Exactly. I feel like I'm watching you hurt yourself.
She said hurting self fun. In case anybody missed that, I had to rewind it a couple times the first time to catch it.
Right.
And there's a way to stop, and you're not taking advantage of it.
Right. So nice of you. Thank you.
That's not the point, Ms. Liu. I'm going to follow the agreed recommendation, impose 364 days in jail with 304 suspended, 26 days credit for time served, $5,000 fine, all 5,000 suspended. Jail time will be concurrent among all the holds, all the charges, and any other holds if there are any. The court is taking 12 months of jurisdiction, and I'm making the finding that you're indigent by virtue of the fact you have no income and not imposing any fines, fees, costs, or assessments, and there's nothing mandatory for this charge. For the next 12 months, you need to attend any future court appearances, have no new criminal law violations, no contact with SeaTac International Airport or the rental car facility. You cannot go back there. You cannot. You'll be arrested again. And update your address with the court in DOL immediately if there are any changes.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was an error, because I think all the other cases in this new one should be 24
Is that your understanding, Mr. Stave?
months.
I just told Ms. Liu that I was putting down 12, but that probably the prosecutor would might change it to 24. So I'm not opposed to it being changed if that's what the recommendation is. I mean, it usually is with a gross misdemeanor.
And based on what's going on here, I think that's appropriate, and the court is taking 24 months of jurisdiction. And then turning to the reviews, I am fine. The allegation is the new criminal law violation and having contact with the airport. Are those admitted or denied? Mr.
Ms.
State.
Liu, oh yeah, Ms. Liu, we talked about the other review matters and that, you know, that they're just kind of piling up and, you know, this is a new violation. So we'll be admitting to those, okay? I'm sorry, what?
No, my neighbor cell noise.
Oh, okay. Did you hear what I said and you agree? I know there's a lot of noise in the cell there and it can get annoying, I'm sure.
I believe so.
We're admitting to the violations for the previous cases because you have a new law violation now, okay?
Okay,
Agreed?
okay.
I'm revoking 60 days on each with 26 days credit for time served concurrent with the other case.
And I'm sorry, I didn't make that very clear. And if I could ask that just the 26 days, with 26 days credit for time served be revoked on each of
Released on
those.
these, got it.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Your Honor, I agree to that.
That just means there's still more suspended time.
Well, there's more
Exactly.
suspended time unless you close it out at some point. But I understand that you're not doing that today. I'm hoping that Ms. Liu takes advantage of some of the programs. That's what I'm hoping for anyway.
So you released on all of the review matters today, revoking 26 days on each with 26 days credit per time served. Ms. Liu, I know you don't enjoy talking to me and and you think, I don't know what you think, but if you don't want to talk to me, don't go back to the airport. It's very simple. And that's a choice you're making. Nobody's making you do that. You're putting yourself in this position. And you are refusing help to get you in a better position. I don't understand that. It seems ridiculous to me, in all honesty. You're a smart woman. You have other options, and this is what you're choosing. So every day that you're at SCORE is a choice you've made. You can choose something different.
I understand.
Okay. I really do wish you well, Ms. Liu. I hope that you can figure this out and make some better decision. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms.
Have
Liu.
a great weekend.
Ms. Liu, have a good, we're done for today. So the court has entered a judgment and sentence and you'll be getting a copy and you need to sign the paperwork, including the plea of guilty. I put a little dash on there, but you'll need to have that signed with the officers, okay?
Okay, and what's the decision released today?
The decision is not released today. You get credit for 26 days. She imposed 60 days, 90 days total. Or no, was it 60? I'm sorry, 60 days total. And so that leaves a little bit more time to do in custody, and then you'll be released because you get 1/3 off good time usually. Okay.
More days in jail, right?
A little bit more, yes.
14 days.
14 days.
14 days.
Yes,
Okay. Okay,
All right,
okay?
thank you.
okay, thank you.
So that's the follow-up to Miss Lou. What's the point of that? Like, I try my best to do things that other people aren't doing, but I can't watch every channel to see what they're doing. But like, yeah, whatever. Hey, I just wanted to let you know that you fucked up. Thanks, appreciate it. Way to go. So a lot of you guys are saying that you think she's mentally ill. And I think the reason you're saying that she's mentally ill is that, James, channels are not supposed to be sharing content. That's why we're demonetized at the moment. You are not supposed to be using things that other channels use. So FYI for the other channels, if you want to share that with them. I think the reason we think that she's mentally ill is because she's refusing help. And in our minds, something's wrong with you because you're refusing help. Like, you could be better and you're not. And that's why. But in her culture, she's against the government and she thinks there's something wrong with them. And by the way, I have another clip coming up. I just wanted to talk about this one real quick. She's scared of the government and worried about, you know, something that's not right with them. She doesn't trust them. And at the same time, something tragic must have happened in her life where she lost everything, because the way she keeps saying she needs money, it sounds like she had a decent life and then she lost it. And now she's homeless and she's doing what she needs to do to survive. And she knows what she's doing is what is making me question whether she's actually mentally ill or not. Like, there was really no signs of anything. I can't get any more information on her personally because there are so many people, both men and women, with the same name. And I don't have her exact date of birth. And Washington doesn't publish court records the way that most people would. They just give you a name and basically what the charge is and the court date is. It doesn't give you details of things. So if multiple people have the same name in different counties, is it the same person or not? There's no way to tell because it doesn't list the birth date. So maybe your husband bankrupted their business and ran off with his secretary. You know, who knows what happened, but something happened and she's in survival mode. And I just want to send her a plane ticket and be like, hey, come sleep on my couch and like help me walk across the room when I'm having a bad day like today and my leg's totally numb. Like, that would be great. It sucks. People get in shitty situations and there's no way to get out of them sometimes. And it makes me really sad seeing it. And if you don't trust people to help you, then you're not going to get help, because help is really hard to get when you really, really desperately need it. You really have to advocate for it and fight for it. And yeah, she would get some help by going to jail, but to get completely back on her feet and everything else, she would really have to fight and struggle. And if she's has that pride that is very common in her culture, she could be like, screw it, I don't care, I'm done. Yeah, whatever, this is life. Sucks. Sucks. Really sucks. Really sucks. And now that we're all down and having a crappy Saturday and feeling all blah, let's talk about Burger King and get a little pep in our step with some Raquel West and some Texas
Good morning,
flavor.
sir. If you'll pull your mask down, please. Pull it down where I can see your mouth. There you go. And what is your name?
David Jones.
I need you to lean forward in that microphone, speak loudly and clearly.
David Jones.
Cause number 32724 and 35455 on Devin Jones. It looks like I've got a motion to revoke probation in each of these cases, one for theft of a firearm and one aggravated assault. Ms. Holmes, what's the announcement?
Your Honor, I met with Mr. Jones and also received the prosecutor's email in regards to the allegations listed on the motion to revoke probation. I was told that the state would probably not worry about the first 2 counts, but still willing to move forward on the other counts. I explained that to Mr. Jones. He was under the impression that if the state did not have a case on him with the first 2 counts, then he could not get his probation revoked. I explained that any violation can revoke probation. And that's where we are. I did speak with Ms. Tucker, his probation officer as well. She provided me more information as to the allegations out in Fort Bend County. So, Your Honor, maybe if the court will be obliged to explain to Mr. Jones.
Ms. Malfino, what's the state's position, or what do you understand is the status, I guess, of those 2 offenses out of Fort Bend County?
Judge, I spoke with Fort Bend County, and those cases are still pending over there. They have been received in their office, but I don't know with respect to that family violence assault if there's a cooperative witness. I certainly know that Ms. Holmes explained to Mr. Jones my position, and that the motion was not just going to go away because of those. And I'd be more than happy to, at the very least, bring an officer on the evading from December 4th of 2022 in conjunction with Ms. Tucker for his numerous other violations to explain why my offer was 7 years TDC.
So, and obviously we can still do certain witnesses based on the Supreme Court's order by Zoom. So if we had to do that with regard as long as it's not a jury trial, I can still allow that to happen. So let's do this. Mr. Jones, we're going to go through these motions. I'll get pleas of true or not true. And then what we'll do, since there's not an agreement, is I'll reset your cases. We'll get an updated pre-sentence report. The state will be able to bring any witnesses that they think are important with regard to the motion and any allegations, as well as your attorney can do the same. So raise your right hand for me, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You can put your hand down. Ms. Holmes, will your client waive the formal reading of the motion in each case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. West, would I have a chance to speak?
What?
I say, may I have a chance to speak?
You know, it's never going to end well when they say, "Excuse me, will I have a chance to speak?" and they have an attorney. Never going to go well.
What do you want to say?
Yes, ma'am. I was talking to Ms. Holmes the other day, and I was informing her that I wouldn't have no violations if.
So you have obviously
He was informing the attorney that he wouldn't have any violations. I'm still processing this one. If anybody understands it a little bit better, let me know.
motions, and I'm sure she explained this to you. Both of these motions have 9 violations listed in them. And so I think the issue has to do primarily with counts 1 and 2, which are some new offense violation allegations from Fort Bend County. Now, the state has the ability, if they want, to try to get witnesses to either come on Zoom or come in person to prove those are true to me. And if they do, and I find them true, I can revoke your probation based on those. If they don't, that still leaves 7 violations that you can go through, plead true or not true. And then I can revoke your probation depending on what those violations.
I was telling Ms. Holmes that me and my probation officer had everything understood. I couldn't get to most of those things.
So listen, here's the thing. Today is not the day for you to do for explanations. All I need to know today, either one of 2 things. One, if there's an agreement and you want to enter pleas to true to certain counts for an agreed punishment. If you don't want to do that, then I'm going to go through the motion. I'm going to ask you on every allegation if that allegation is true or not true. Then I'm going to reset your case and we'll come back later for a sentencing hearing. Your probation officer can testify. She will also do an updated report. You will be able to testify with any explanations that you have on that date. Ms. Holmes will present those to me on your behalf. You can also testify, but that's your choices today, is either you accept the agreement that they've offered or we go through these motions and then we'll go through that process. Do you understand?
No, ma'am.
What do you not understand?
Because I'm trying to see why I'm getting violated before I can even have the. I sign.
Okay.
Sign.
You'll sign what?
I sign. I sign for 5.
We're not in the drive-through at Burger King. You don't get to pick what you want to do.
Well, I sign for 7.
I'm not here to listen to me. I'm not here to negotiate with you. I have a ton of cases set today. I don't have time to go through. If you wanted me to reset your case, or I can let you go back and Ms. Holmes, you can visit with him for a minute. The offer is what the offer is. If the state changes that, Ms. Holmes will let you know. Otherwise, it is what it is. You either accept it or we go through the motions. So I'm going to have you step out of the booth, ask the bailiff to keep you, and then we'll see where y'all get. Ms. Holmes, if you need more time at the end, just let me know and I can reset it a couple weeks.
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't know. That made me laugh. I've never heard a judge say, we're not at the drive-thru at Burger King. You don't get to pick what you want. You don't get to have it your way. She's adorable. I love her. She's awesome. She doesn't put up with any crap either. So, anyways. So, yeah. The pups aren't dead. They're just sleeping. So, it's exciting. Fun fact. Guess what? For those crafty people out there, pro tip for you. Don't ever try and tie-dye polyester. Doesn't work. Yeah. And you should probably test it on one piece before you take and try and tie-dye like 20, 30 shirts that you have sitting around because you think it would be a great idea to make a bunch of them. Yeah. It's nothing like opening up the washer after spending so much time tie-dyeing. I mean, my hands, look, my nails, they're purple still. I went to get my infusion yesterday and they're like, you all right? It's like, just stick a needle in my arm. Just get on with it. Wash them, open the washer. It's like 2 or 3 shirts that are still tie-dyed, the cotton ones. All the rest were polyester because, I wanted to try that sublimation thing that I never got around to. And I had all these blank shirts that I thought I'd do something cool with. Yeah, should have Googled that one. Oops. It's always something. It's always something. I don't know what to do. So now I have a bunch of shirts that are this beautiful shade of, I think they call this like robin egg shell blue. Yeah, so now I got to figure out what to do with those. But I think I'm going to put some, I think I'm going to do some sublimation shirts because I made myself a necklace that I was really happy with. Look, it's got my little spoon on it. Hold on. Well, that's not the spoon. That's the spoon. My little spoon and my little awareness ribbon and my little butterfly. So I think I need to make a shirt. It says, out of spoons, only knives left. Don't F with me today. So I don't have anything exciting left to talk about. I do have, for those of you who don't know what spoons are, if you know anybody at all that has any kind of autoimmune disease, or they call it invisible illness, or anything that affects them that you can't really see like on the outside, look up the spoon theory, I think it is. It's an amazing way to explain how tired people get when they have this invisible illness that you can't see. It's a good way for people to understand. So if you know someone with MS, you know someone with lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia, gosh, there's so many other ones. Look it up. It's really neat. It's a really neat, I don't know what it started off as. It was kind of just like a little essay she wrote, and it's kind of really blown up from there to the point to where it's kind of got a following. They're called Spoonies. Thanks, Nigel. I forgot. Where's my comments? I'm looking down here. Nigel's got the spoon in there. So yes, it explains how you use a spoon for each activity and how you run out of spoons really quick. And it's great for people who have never experienced it, because like right now, I don't know if I can get out of this chair and walk to the bedroom. So I'm just going to sit here for a while because I'm really freaking tired and I haven't done anything today. And my leg's been numb since I woke up. That's really cool. It's always fun to try and walk when your leg is completely numb. Yeah. So then that's when I get to use the walker, which is really sexy. Nothing like a walker, let me tell you. And then I run over the dog's paw and, you know, we got to do that yippee, yippee. Oh my God, you've hurt me. Get out from under my feet. Well, I was just trying to follow you. And then we fight and I love them. They're my babies. Penny, you want to say hi before we go? Penny, Penny. Penny, Penny. Penny, Penny. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, there you go. Oh, you're tired. You can't jump. See, I'm doing good on my new food. I hate it because it's yucky and it doesn't have a lot of ingredients in it and it tastes like crap and I don't like to eat it. But then when I get hungry, I eat it. Say hi. Say thank you, everyone, for all your support. Say thank you for all your support. We appreciate it so much. We really do appreciate everyone. And you are keeping us going through this frustrating time. Right? Yeah. We'll get back to it, huh? Yeah. We'll fix it. We're going to fix it? All right. Tell them, not me. Tell them, not me. Stare into their eyes, not mine. Say, I'm a hot mess. I'm a hot mess. All right, y'all. 90 pounds. She's only 20 pounds, and I was told to put her on a diet because that's too big. So I guess she's supposed to be about 15. I don't know. What? You two? There's not enough room. So, anyways. Yeah, no, that would crush me. There's no way. I'm tired and sick of being sick and tired. It's the story of my life. When you wake up so tired, you don't know what to do. You're in my necklace, dummy. Yes, that is life with an autoimmune disease. You wake up feeling like you need a nap. They do. They have the best puppy dog eyes. I don't know what I would do without them. They keep me going. Yeah, there's a link on maybe in the description, maybe in the main page. I don't know. You want to come play with them? You can come walk them. Because I don't walk them. I just open the door and they run. And then they bark. I've blocked off every neighbor with fences that they can't see through, and they still bark. Yes. And I will admit, think back to before you've had it. I wouldn't, if someone explained it to me, I wouldn't understand it before I had it. Like, there's no way to explain to someone you're standing there and the bed is a step away and you just don't have the energy to take that step. Like, you literally don't have the energy and you can't even articulate it because your brain is so discombobulated. You can't even tell them what it is. It is a crazy world, let me tell you. Speaking of Miss Lou, we do not know that they haven't done a competency evaluation on her. It has not been mentioned, but we really don't know whether it's happened or not. So maybe they have. Maybe she was determined competent way back in the beginning in one of the first 5 arrests. There's really no way for us to know because the records are kind of all sealed up. I'm not sure if we could Freedom of Information Act them. I don't know. Maybe. Ziggy is a Morkie. He is a black Morkie who needs a haircut and a bath and everything else. He's a hot mess. But yes, he is half Yorkie, half Maltese. Completely. I've started using the voice to chat, and I swear that's harder than just straight typing sometimes. Like, I don't know if I talk weird or what, but it can never understand half the words I say. Nope. They get jealous. Well, wait, what about me? What about me? And then you put that one up and then put that one down. Nope, my turn. I'm confused and I'm not going to ask questions. Yes, and also in one part they said she had a master's, in one part they said she had a PhD. So I'm wondering if that information actually came from her. It has to be. Where else would they get the information from? It's not like she carries around her diploma, or I guess she could have a LinkedIn still. I don't know. Oh, don't do that. It is amazing though. Someone like completely understands. It's crazy, but I'm always here to chat anytime. I'm either in a chair or in a bed, but I can always talk, usually. Okay, maybe not always. Yeah. Most of the time, I can chat. I don't lose the ability to talk quite as much, but it's rough. Nice. Yes, I was going for a Yorkie poo because apparently I'm allergic to dogs. Like all of a sudden, had dogs most of my life, and my allergies went crazy, and I went to the allergist, and I'm allergic to dogs, not cats, mind you, just dogs. And my allergist said he had never heard that before. Of course, because nothing is normal. Ugh. I'm sorry. Watch something fun and funny and happy. Think happy thoughts, because that's miserable. I know how that is. All right, y'all. It's nap time. Not that I've accomplished anything that I deserve to take a nap, but I'm going to do that anyways. And Penny says okay. And Ziggy doesn't get a vote because he's grumpy and doesn't listen to me when I tell him to come in. He just looks at me with this look. Show him the look. Give him the look, the big eyes look. Put your head up. Do it. Like, what? You gonna come make me? You can't walk out here. Huh? That's it. Do it. Show him. You can't walk out here. I don't have to come in. You can't come get me. Huh? Is that the look? That's the look. Little shit. Hi, everyone. I hope you have a fabulous evening, afternoon, morning, depending on where you're at in the world. Could be the middle of the night and you just woke up and said, hey, I'm bored. Let's watch some pups in some court. They do silently judge you. Like, who are you to judge me? You lick your ass. Like, really? Yeah, you lick your ass. It doesn't matter. Okay. All right. Love you all. You're amazing. I will, I got your picture. Am I supposed to show this picture? Hold on, I have to see what the picture is. Oh, the albino cardinal. That's what you want to show, the albino cardinal? That's the albino cardinal. That is Amanda's albino cardinal. It's actually very pretty. And you know what? Cardinals don't peck on your gutter. We had woodpeckers. I thought they were so cute. I kept feeding them. They multiplied. Next thing you know, they found my soffit every morning at like 5 o'clock. I don't like woodpeckers anymore. This is very pretty. What is it? Musketeers. Woody woodpecker. All right, everyone. Have a fabulous rest of your day, and I will talk to you all soon. I have our new series, Criminal Beauty, coming up. That one's going to be a lot of fun. Talk to you soon.